Hi guys, so I've gotten a lot of questions about study tables, and I'm just going to try to go through a few more things to clarify this for you. So, the first thing that we want to look at is what you're going to do when you get study tables. So, you know, the reason that you're there is because you were supposed to get some homework done and you didn't. For whatever reason, you did not get this homework done. So, now you need to go to study tables to get it done. So when you are at study tables, you need to bring enough work for an entire 40 minutes because this is during SAP and part of lunch. The first thing you should be working on is the assignment you didn't have done. Whatever you got in trouble for not having done, that's what you need to work for first. If you get that done, the next thing that you're going to work on is other work for that class. Maybe you can be working ahead, maybe you have homework due tomorrow, but you want to make sure you're really caught up in that class because it looks like you must have been having a little bit of trouble there. When you get that class all caught up, the next thing is, do you have other homework? Get that homework done. We don't want to get into study tables too many times, so use this time to get your other homework done. And then if you run out of things to do and you're completely caught up, that means you put away your work, you put away your iPad, and you get out a book to read. That's the only other thing you can do during study tables. So those are the 4 things that you need to do in that order during study tables. And you're lucky Mr. Swales is going to be there to help you. But there might be a lot of kids there, so you have to wait your turn. But you need to make sure you get those things done. Also, remember when you get that homework assignment done, good for you. We're proud of you for getting your work done. Get it back to your teacher. Getting it done is important. Getting it back to your teacher is also important. We want to make sure we get all of that homework turned in this year. So when you're done with your homework assignment and study tables is over, after lunch, try to just go right to that teacher, turn in your homework. If it's on Schoology, submit it. Just make sure you get that back to your teacher. You just need to make sure you know. If you don't have enough work to keep you busy, if you're off task, if you're causing problems, then Mr. Swales will be able to decide if you need another study table. So the next day you need to come back to study tables for SAP and during lunch, or if you're going to need a behavior noon time and you're going to go see Mrs. Johnson for a behavior noon time. But there will be a consequence of that if you don't bring enough to do. Also, some people have been having trouble with the location. Where's it at? So here's a picture. So I was in the middle school and I turned the corner. You can kind of see, like, look, right here's the superintendent's office. Right here's the gym. You know where the hangar is. You're going to go down, see that open door? That open door right there is where study tables is going to be. So you're just going to walk down, walk past the front entrance, walk past the maintenance closet, and then there's study tables. And we will put a sign on there that says middle school study tables so that you know that's where it's going to be. The time, when is it going to be? It's from 11:20 to 12. This is during SAP, which goes from 11:20 to 11:45, and then during the first 15 minutes of lunch. So you're going to miss some of your lunchtime too. That's going to give you plenty of time, 40 minutes to get that work done. If you're late to study tables, if you can't get there and you walk in late, you're going to stay after. So at 12 o'clock, people who are on time can leave, and you're just going to have to stay until Mr. Swales lets you leave. If you come late, you leave late. That's going to be the rules. Make sure you tell your SAP teacher before you go because they're taking attendance and they're not sure where you're at. So just make sure you just stop by there and say, hey, I'm going to study tables so that they know where you're at and they can take attendance correctly. Also, say it's just a really bad day for you and you got a noontime for something you did, a behavior noontime because you misbehaved, and then you also got a study table because you didn't get homework done. Bad day. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and serve that noontime behavior with Mrs. Johnson first down in the choir room, and then the next day you'll serve your study tables and get that homework piece turned in, just so that you know which way that's going to go. And then finally, you just need to remember there are no study tables on Wednesday because there's no SAP. So if you don't have something done and you get a study table on Wednesday, you'll just serve it on Thursday instead. Okay, last little piece here is consequences. You choose your behavior and you choose what's going to happen. And so if you choose to not get your homework done, you just need to know that there's going to be a consequence at study tables. If you don't work well during study tables, you could possibly get an additional study tables. You know how those rack up. Eventually, you're going to get after school study tables, which are on Tuesday and Thursday from 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock, and you might be there every Tuesday and Thursday. And then, of course, you can get a noontime for disrespectful behavior. Hopefully that answers all of your questions and you get that homework done because homework is important. It's how we practice and learn.